beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your twin flame reading for those twins who are currently in separation. The first pile will be your pile, the second pile will be your person's pile, and the third and fourth pile will be the unified energy of how things are going to come together. Also, it's worth noting what a twin flame connection is, because if anyone is physically, mentally, or emotionally abusive, that is not a twin flame connection. That is more likely to be a false flame connection, and it will drain you of your beautiful love and waste your wonderful time, okay? A twin flame, it is magnetic. It is a very intense relationship. It's captivating. It's almost obsessive. It's you and your twin meeting in the same vibration. It's almost like you're meeting a part of yourself that you feel has been missing for quite some time. And, you know, a twin flame is an activated relationship. It's more about accepting your spiritual awakening than it is to do with your twin first, because twin flames, they tend to have a mission. They tend to have a calling in each lifetime, something that they feel they must absolutely do, and both parties need to be separate in order to focus on that path before coming back together in union. Now, it is a sacred union, and it is often the result of a shared difficulty or pain. So you tend to meet your twin when you've gone through a level of trauma or difficulty or disappointment, heartbreak, before you meet your twin. And when you meet your twin, it is there to amplify those experiences or those feelings from those experiences so that you truly heal them and move on from them. Because twin flames, they actually reflect back to you your greatest strengths, but also your greatest weaknesses and fears. And it is a mirrored relationship. It's like looking in a mirror when you meet your twin. And the twin who is the runner, they tend to look in that mirror and they see all the things within themselves that they have been running away from their whole life, things that need to be healed, but they have avoided them. And the twin flame, it is very exposing. The relationship actually makes you stop in your tracks and really look at what's important. How intimate you can be with another person, how exposing it is to reach that deep level of intensity and attraction. And there's more to it than that, of course. But I always say that twin flames, they're like magnets. You meet in the same vibration, so you attract each other, but two magnets that are identical in polarities, they also repel each other as well. There is a space in between, and that space in between has a purpose. It is there to keep both parties apart for a certain period of time so that both parties can spiritually evolve separately and then come back together in union once the vibrations have been changed. It's not a game, it's an energetic exchange, and it's a very difficult dynamic. Not everybody takes the twin flame connection in each lifetime, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there because I know it is very, very difficult there. However, you know, the twin flame dynamic, there tends to be a runner, a chaser, and a separation period. Now, some twins, they're separate for months. Some years, some decades. So I always say do not wait for your twin, because they have a different spiritual path than you, even though they do come together at various points. But, you cannot wait for another person to heal their stuff. And some twins are really stubborn and they almost refuse to step up. So let's see what's going on in your particular twin flame connection to work out the next 6, maybe 8 weeks, how things may go for your person. But looking at the card so far, your person, there is a large blockage there. I'm actually getting that this person was doing a lot of soul searching when they met you, and they actually wanted to go and find themselves. So journey of self-discovery. Some of them, I mean, I'm getting an energy here of some of you beautiful Geminis. It feels like your person wanted to go off traveling or wanted to be single for a long period of time so that they could get to know themselves. So this person was on a spiritual quest when you actually first met each other. Okay, and it's like they may have said to themselves that they don't want to get involved in a relationship. I will go deeper on their energy because there's more to it than that, but I'm just getting this sense of somebody going off and exploring the world, or, being the student of life, someone going traveling or taking like a year out or 2 years out, or, someone who's going off into the wilderness to kind of like find themselves. And it could be the wilderness of life. Like they've put some rules, regulations, and stipulations on themselves as to, how to find themselves or how to express themselves, and they just didn't want to get into a relationship when they first met you. But let's see a little bit more there, what's going on, because there is more to that. Okay, so let's see. Now, I want you to be aware that the chaser, their part in the twin flame connection often is one of the most difficult experiences, because when they meet their twin, they know that they've met their twin. They know that there's unconditional love there. You may actually question whether you believe in twin flames, because the twin flame dynamic is so difficult, and it's so hard to navigate the path, that people start to question it and wonder, does it actually exist? I know that when I met my twin, I was not ready for a relationship. I'd just come out of a very damaging experience, so I'd had a level of pain and trauma that left me feeling really like a shell of a person. There was self-loathing there after it for me, insecurity, trust issues, so much. I was literally a very still person after that experience, and I wasn't really looking for love. I actually was just going out with friends and numbing the pain. I didn't think about, spiritual awakenings, or I didn't actually feel like I was running away from anything. I was just like, you know what, I just need to move on and get on with life, and try and find my way somehow back to myself. But actually the universe, sent in my twin and amplified those feelings that I'd had in a previous relationship, so that I really would stop in my tracks and stop living the life that I was living and really do the emotional healing work. And I was scared. I was overwhelmed. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I knew there was love there with my twin. I actually wanted to tell my twin, I love you, but I didn't trust love. I just put the brakes on, kept my twin at arm's length, and I became the runner. So out of fear, I withdrew from the connection, even though there were feelings there. But of course, we fell into the pattern of the twin flame dynamic. So basically, eventually my twin took a step back, focused on their true life's mission and calling, and then that gave the relationship the space to breathe so that there could be healing, there could be spiritual evolution. Both of us got on our true life mission paths, and of course, the frequency, the energy between you changes, and then you come back together in union when the universe orchestrates a meeting between you. I mean, don't get me wrong, I used to bump into my twin all the time. Like, it was crazy. I was having so many moments where I was like, this is like uncontrollable. I was running away from pain. I was running away from love, and the universe was like, oh, there's your twin, and there's your twin everywhere I went. And it wasn't that they were like, spying on me and finding where I was. I was living in a big old city at the time, and, there's just no possible way that we could be in the same place at the same time, on the same date, at the exact same moment, and be like, what? And that happened more than once. So there was something else going on there. And I started to question it. And as the runner, I started to think there's more to this than what meets the eye. And that's what happens when your twin steps away. So you as the chaser, when you step away, your twin, who is the runner, they start to really think about there's something more to this, and they start to explore themselves. They start to explore the world around them. They have a major awakening. So there is like a purpose in the pause. I want you to be aware of that. It's not all lost, but also never wait for your twin, because they have their own timeline of healing. Okay, so your first card there is the Whip. Okay, now this indicates that you're being really strict with yourself, that, you want answers. You may have reached out to this person. You're trying to make some adjustments in your life, but you want answers. But at the same time, you're not going to reach out to this person and ask for those answers anymore. I feel part of you is like, you're done with this. You have almost kind of turned into the runner at this stage, because I see a withdrawal here. I feel like you can't do this anymore. It's been a very painful experience. I mean, this is how you're feeling about your person. You see that they were keeping you at arm's length, and that was really painful. And it feels like a punishment to be in a separation from your person. It feels like rejection. But do remember, and it's really hard to get your head around this. Of course, it is a very difficult dynamic, but your twin is not rejecting you. They're rejecting parts of themselves that they've been running away from, that they just refuse to heal because it's too painful, or it's not the right time in their life. They're not willing to surrender to looking at the stuff. It feels like an upheaval for them. And I'm not here to give anyone an excuse or a way out. I'm here to try and understand the energy so I can understand the outcome. But this card, when you get this card in your protagonist energy, the Whip, it means, it's been a repetitive cycle of pain and conflict and tension and maybe even some arguing there. But I feel right now you're keeping your person at arm's length because you can't do this anymore. It's been too painful and you've had enough. Okay. So I feel like you're getting organized. It's number 11. So you know that this person is your twin, and you got the 9 of Cups. This person, deep down, they are everything that you ever wished for, but they have some unresolved issues that they have to work through before they can actually, be able to offer you the level of intimacy that you require and desire in a relationship, and that you deserve in a relationship as well. Okay. So I definitely see that although you want to reach out, and there's a lot of anger there, I feel anger as well. You may be moving through the different stages of letting go. Of course, it feels like a grief. It feels like, a lament and anger. And I just feel like right now you're trying to be really strict with yourself and say, no, I'm not going to reach out at this time. You're immediately flipping the script. You're actually withdrawing. Remember the magnets? As soon as this magnet withdraws, this is the chaser. As soon as this magnet withdraws, your twin, who is the runner, comes towards you. But you're changing the frequency by putting all that care, love, devotion into living your own life and following your true life's mission and calling. And that's when you're encouraging your twin to step up. You are the catalyst for change by removing yourself from the cycle of repeat. And I can see there that it has been difficult, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there. It is a really painful dynamic to take. It's not like, the Hollywood movies where they sort of present that, this romance of like unicorns and rainbows. And there is a film that actually comes to mind. I don't know what it's called actually, but there is like a superhero kind of movie where there's 2 people in it, and they're almost, I think they're twin flames actually, and they argue, and they, deep down they love each other so much, but there's so much pain and there's so much history that's gone between them. It's almost like they try to keep each other at arm's length, but they keep coming back in each lifetime and finding each other. And they're like, oh, not this again, not this again. But it's to, really trigger the things within them that need to be healed so they can open up to a next level of spiritual awareness. So I feel some of you are kind of like living that right now. And I feel it's been a struggle, but I feel right now you're trying to get your house in order. You're trying to focus on, healing yourself and things within yourself that also need healing. And also, I feel, my beautiful Gemini, you're trying to really build a life of luxury, or try to focus on your plans so that you can, you know, align yourself with your wishes. I mean, the Nine of Cups can also indicate that you just wish for the truth. You just wish for fairness. You just wish for answers. You just want a conversation with this person. I mean, with the star energy here, I feel like you're going to get your wish. I do feel there's a potential new chapter with your person coming here. And I feel with the Five of Pentacles, this person's going to tell you about some deeply embedded abandonment issues that they have. But it's more than that. This person, there's just this energy of this person feeling like there's a big old wide world out there, and they didn't want to stay where they were at. They just wanted to go off and explore. That's what I'm getting with this person. And I feel like if you don't know this already, they're going to tell you that, that although they love, because looking at their energy, this is how they feel about you, and they've got the Ten of Cups. They saw you as their happy ever after. They can see a future with you. They can see themselves settling down with you. But I feel, you know, there's this energy here of they needed to get to know themselves a little bit better, but also I feel there's something in the family unit that I'll have to explore here as well. We'll go deeper and find out what's going on with them. I feel like you wish that things were different, that this person hadn't kept you at arm's length, that perhaps they'd let you know where you stood in this connection. It would have been better. You would at least have understood that this person was dealing with something and they couldn't open themselves up to the depth of love that you require, so that you wouldn't have fallen in so deeply. You understand that there's a contract with this person. I feel like you do understand that. But I feel right now you're making some major adjustments in your life so you can feel fulfilled. You know, that you can be successful, you can be harmonious, that you can, you know, live your life and really go after your hopes and dreams and wishes. You know, I feel here with this card that you worked really hard in this connection. I feel there's an energy here also of pride. Pride, okay, so let me pull a card on that. You know, that word, pride. I mean, there is a lion there, so it could be like pride, you know, a pride of lions. Maybe that's what they're trying to give me there. It can mean that they come from a very strong family lineage, your twin, and they often fought to be heard, and they always felt like they were pushed down. So they just wanted to do something bold and daring and get out there and be nomadic and independent and really not conform to their family's expectations. But let me just see, what's this word, pride? What are you trying to tell me with that? Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Okay, now the Four of Pentacles is a card of, you know, security. And of course, the Hierophant is marriage, okay? So I feel this person, to some degree, they had quite a happy upbringing. You know, I feel like their foundation was, you know, a secure one is how they feel. No matter the dynamic, whatever went on, this person felt loved in their family dynamic, the twin that I'm connecting to here. But it almost feels like there's someone in this person's family lineage who told them, don't go after love straight away. You know, basically hold off on marriage, or, you know, get your life together. Don't let life pass you by, is what I'm being given. I mean, the Four of Pentacles is always a cautionary tale about, you know, living in the moment, having a desire for long-term security, but not getting stuck in it. And with the Hierophant there, this is all about learning. It's about a spiritual path. It's about a traditional route. So it could even be that their tradition in their family was to, you know, take a long time to get married, or go off traveling and find themselves. I mean, what a luxury. Not everybody's got that luxury. I certainly, if I turn around to my family and said, I'd love to take some time out and go traveling and see the world, they'd be like, well, you better pay for it. You better get a job and like pay for that, because they certainly wouldn't be funding it for me. But what I'm getting here is that this person with the Hierophant, I feel they've been doing some soul searching about where they felt like they belong. And for some of you, not all of you, I'm getting about 30%. I do feel that your twin flame actually thought they were going to marry someone at some stage, and it could even be like someone from childhood or someone that their parents expected them to marry. Okay, is what I'm being given here, but it's not something that they wanted. Okay, so that's what's coming out there. So either they got close to marrying this person, or maybe even they divorced this person, but I feel like they're not adverse to having a marriage or getting involved with someone long term. I feel like they actually wanted to honor their life's adventure first. Okay, this is an unusual twin flame reading to get, because normally there's something a little bit different than that coming out. But this person that I'm picking up on right now, I feel there is abandonment issue here. I don't know where this is stemming from, but when I get to that card, perhaps I'll get a little bit more information on it. But right now, I feel with the mountain there, it's like they're having their tower moment, okay? Because this card is literally like they've isolated themselves, or they restricted themselves. There's some sort of level of ego there as well. They're having an ego death. It just feels like they wanted to break down everything that they had known or that they had experienced in order to experience life anew. Okay, so whatever this person has experienced in their life, I feel they just wanted to start afresh. And I feel they had those plans ready to go in motion, or were actually, implementing those plans as they met you. So they didn't want love. They weren't looking for love when they first met you at all. Okay. With the Justice card, and this is on your side, I feel like you are someone who was really honest, open. You were your authentic self in this connection. I feel like you've been fair, but also I feel right now, there's an energy of cause and effect. And I feel this person, they haven't reached out, or they've withdrawn from the connection. So it's almost like if they've done it for a week, you're doing it for a month, and you're not playing a game. I see that you're protecting your heart. You wanted to be with this person, but I feel there's been some actions in this connection that, I don't want to say game playing. I actually feel at the root of this person, there are some trust issues, but I'm not sure where it's coming from, to be honest. The fox is in between you both, and I know that sounds really bizarre, but your outcome energy, the fox card represents, hidden intentions, or hidden motives, or feeling like there are hidden motives. And this is in your future, because I do feel your person is going to try and open up to you and sort of tell you how they feel. But right now, I feel you're not about hearing it. You just want answers. You want the truth, but you don't know if you can trust what they're telling you, is what I'm being given. Now, you have some big cards here. So let me just pull a card on the Justice card, because this indicates that deep down, although you're making yourself scarce or you're withdrawing from this person, deep down you do want to find a solution. You'd like to heal this with this person because you love this person. You actually got in deep with this person. You exposed your heart. It was raw. It was intense. It was, otherworldly. And you've not experienced that with another person. So it's hard to fathom that that's where it ends. But you can feel this sense of unfinished business there. You know that you're going to see this person again, and they know that they're going to see you. You just have that knowingness, both of you. The Magician card, another major arcana card. So this is a card of being focused on, your responsibilities, on your tasks, your manifestations, your vision of the future. I always say this about twin flames, and people, it's really hard to do this, right? But you have an experience with your twin, and it's really hard to get past that. So, for example, if you ever want to reunite with a person, don't think about the last time that you argued, or the things that you wished you could have said with that person. Try to visualize them in, a new experience of how you actually want to be with that person. Visualize you and your person having the best time of your life on a vacation, or having dinner, or getting married, or taking a bath together, or whatever it is. Be really romantic. Visualize how you want to have this person in your life, the vibration that you want them to come to you in. And that's what that Magician card is all about. Okay, because it really is about you visualizing the future. And if you visualize this person coming back and being the same, if you think, you know what, they're just going to be the same, then you're actually prophesizing what is to come, because, you know, visions, you know, thoughts become things. And also words are spellings. They are cast out to the universe. And what it is you put out, you're going to get back, especially with that Justice card. It's cause and effect. So just be a little bit mindful about the way you think about your twin. Of course, actions speak louder than words. And if this person has not acted in their highest regard, then they need to take accountability for their actions. There has to be an honest, open conversation. You know, looking at the cards, if you saw them from my point of view, your person is looking back at you. I feel like they are remembering how much chemistry there is between you and this person, how much they miss you, how much they want to be with you. I do see them inviting you to something, okay? But you actually may turn them down looking at their cards. But let's go a little bit deeper and find out a little bit more. We've got, yeah, you're closed off to this. 4 Cups, you're disappointed by the way things have gone with your person. You had a certain expectation, okay, and it wasn't met. But at the same time, I feel like you're bored of this person's actions. You sacrifice a lot in this connection, and I feel, you know, it's almost like this experience has discouraged you from connecting to the twin flame journey, but also I feel there's a level of feeling unfulfilled, that this person surprised you. And I also feel, to some degree, my beautiful Gemini, when you met your twin, you were also not looking for love. And there was something a little bit guarded about you as well. You know, I'm getting 2 people very much having the push and pull of the twin flame connection, almost like playing hide and seek with feelings. Okay, that may not resonate with everyone, but that's what I'm getting. It's like when you first met this person, you're a little bit hesitant as to where it was going, even though it was intense and it was all-consuming. It was like, you know, you Geminis, and, you know, I feel like you don't fall in love easily. You don't give your heart away easily. And that's what hurts so much, because this connection, when you met this person, it was the real deal. And you were having like this experience, this like intense love story experience with this person. And they were having that experience too. But there's something here with that 5 of Pentacles, some sort of abandonment issue at the root cause that made this person feel like they couldn't invest in the relationship at the time. It was difficult for them to do something. They felt like they couldn't offer you the love that you deserved in that moment. But again, it's really hard to discern why with this person. So let's get to their energy. We've got the Mountain. Now, number 21 indicates the end of a cycle of repeat, but also a learning of a lesson. When you get this card in this particular deck, the LENORMAND deck, it basically means a tower moment. It means isolation. As I said, this person, when they met you, because this is how they feel about you, right? It feels that they were alone. I feel that they were wanting to go off and be alone in order to discover themselves. But also I feel it's almost like you really shook their foundations. They were overwhelmed by these feelings of unconditional love. And sometimes when a person has certain experiences, especially if they're not positive ones, although I see this person's upbringing, the way that they're giving me the energy, the way that they explain it is they feel like they, you know, had a very loving foundation when they were growing up. So I'm not seeing anything major there. And again, that may not resonate with everyone, but that's what I've got coming through here strongly. It just feels like this person, it's like they built a certain lifestyle that didn't resonate with them anymore when they first met you, and they were changing everything. And also, I feel like you are very different to the sort of people that they either grew up with or that they have been in relationships with. You were a firecracker is what I'm being given, and you really shook their foundations. And You offered an unconditional love that they hadn't experienced before. You're so loving, kind, offered a sanctuary, a very nurturing person, healing as well. And this person, even though I feel like they've had like a very solid foundation in terms of upbringing, there's something about them, they always felt like they were on the outside looking in. And what am I getting there? Okay, so number one, they're giving me that you really stand out from the crowd. There's no one like you is what I'm being given here. But also the energy I'm getting is someone going off to find themselves, discover themselves. So either this person, they had a high level commitment and they were going through a divorce or a separation when you first met them, or I'm being given the word confusion. So I feel like they didn't know what they wanted in life in general. And I'm talking about career. I'm talking about everything. They just didn't know what they wanted. So they had to go off and find themselves. And I'm not saying that they're going to go off and, you know, go on a big, like, trek across the world, but it feels like that in terms of their spiritual alignment, where they're like, you know what, I don't really want to connect to anything right now because I just don't know myself. That's the energy that I've got here. They're clearing space, decluttering. What are they decluttering? Let me see. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? They are giving me this energy that it's almost like before they met you, they felt like a dormant volcano. And then when they met you, it was like an eruption. It just feels like there's so much intensity, so much passion, so much fire, and it scared them. They were like, what? I don't know. They felt like they couldn't either match that level or sustain that level of intensity with the relationship. I mean, the Knight of Cups, this person definitely loves and loved you when you got together, but can you show me why the Mountain? Three of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Justice. Okay, so it feels very much like this person was closing out something with somebody else. And whether it was a long-term relationship or, I mean, these three cards would tell me that this person potentially was, you know, getting divorced. And they were thinking about money. They didn't want to get involved in another connection until the whole thing was resolved. Could also indicate that they had a breakup of some sorts, and they may have told you about this. There's an energy here that they launched themselves into finding themselves or into being serious about life. They just became really super serious about who they are, what they really want to attach themselves to, the sort of words they want to use, the people that they want to hang around. I feel this person, there's an energy here of like going off and working and doing like volunteer work or charity work or something. There's, this person's complicated. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What is it you're telling me here? The Tower. Yeah, it's the Tower. It's like you shook a foundation, but also I feel they were surprised that they fell in love. I mean, the Tower is a liberation from like a cycle of repeat. You were someone different, something that was exciting in their life, but at the same time, it shook their foundation. I also feel there is an energy here, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, may not resonate with everyone. I'm getting an energy here that when you first met this person, I feel someone very close to them may have transitioned, okay? And it just spun them off into thinking about life, how short it is, enjoying the moment, the small things in life or the smaller things in life. Although this person loves, and this person is actually very sentimental. They're actually a very thoughtful person, but something major impacted them at the same time as meeting you. And it just felt like a lot. And this person was like, I can't deal with any of it. And they just kind of withdrew. So, I'll always be honest, I'm not going to make something up just to fit a reading so that you just watch. I'm trying to locate exactly what went on. And I feel like this person, there was some messy stuff going on with this person when you both met each other. And they just wanted to be alone. They just withdrew from pretty much everything. So I see that this person loves. I see that they needed to focus on their own cup of love first. Remember, we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And this person wanted to know themselves on a deeper level. And in that cup, you know, if there's trust issues, codependency, addictions, or anything like that, then you exchange the cups. You know, that's not a healthy love that this person's offering. But I just feel like this person wanted to be alone. You know, it's so weird to get a message just like that. And of course, as a Scorpio myself, I love my alone time. But this person really wanted to go a little bit deeper. They were thinking about themselves. I mean, I hope you can see that number 8 right at the bottom there. So I feel like they were launching a lot of energy into themselves, their own path. And they just felt like they couldn't share their life with somebody at that moment in time. And we've got the Strength card here, so that does indicate this person wanted to do something bold and daring in their life, but also they needed more self-care. This card indicates that they had to be strong in a situation and choose a path that perhaps people were not going to be happy with, but they needed to do something for themselves because, of course, the Strength card is also number 8. 8 is the number of the self. So I feel with this Strength card that there's an energy here of survivor as well, okay? So it could be something that happened to them when you first met. Maybe, let me see. For some of you, it could be that they went through a period of unwellness, okay? That's not going to resonate with everyone. It could have been something shocking that they found out, or, I mean, for some of you, it could be it put them out of action for a while, is what I'm being given. But that's not going to resonate with all of you. But it's like they just need to deal with this on their own, is what I'm being given. Whatever this major thing was, they withdrew. They were cautious about getting into something long term. The High Priestess is really like highlighting this person is very complex. They are a bit of a conundrum. They're very mysterious. But it's almost like they were protecting the sanctity of peace. They wanted serenity. They didn't want to get involved in a relationship. Knight of Wands, they were not looking for love. They actually thought that perhaps it was a very intense connection with you and them, that it was going to be a thing where it's like, here today, gone tomorrow. It was never going to make them catch feelings, but yet they did. Okay, so let me just go one more. I mean, the Knight of Wands also indicates someone who desired to be free or to be an independent spirit, someone who craved adventure. And the Five of Swords, this is sabotage, overthinking something, someone who had a lot of pressure or tension at this time. But it was important that they had to lead with integrity. It's almost like this person, they made decisions for themselves and it hurt a lot of people, okay? And they felt it was necessary that they marched to the beat of their own drum during this period of their life. And they didn't want to hurt people, but they had to honor their path. So this is what I'm being given from the energy. And I'm not here to make any excuses for anyone. I'm trying to understand this person, and they're very complex. The Five of Swords energy, it can indicate exile, you know, someone deciding to remove themselves from hurting people or remove themselves from a potentially painful experience. So I feel this person, their motivations were actually, how can I put that? they were not to hurt, they didn't want to hurt people, but there was something they had to do for themselves. Okay, so I'm not being given it 100% right now. Maybe this person has confided in you and you know what that is. But with the Ten of Cups, all these cards tell me that this person, they loved being with you and that they saw a future with you, but they just wanted to be alone or had to be alone to face something in their life alone at that point. And that Ten of Cups there, it kind of indicates that emotionally there's a depth that you hit within this person, that they still see themselves settling down with you. Okay, they imagine you and them together. And even though there's like plenty of fish in the sea, this card literally means even though there's plenty of fish in the sea, they still are drawn to you. There's nobody like you. And I just want to see, what are they doing about it now? Because looking at your outcome energy, this person is going to reach out. This person, you haven't heard the last from this person. So can you please clarify? King of Wands. And they're showing up in your side of the energy. Okay, so this person, they are coming back. Okay, I mean, you got the King of Wands here. They're presenting as the King of Wands, someone who's going to make a bold and daring move to tell you how they feel, to tell you why they withdrew, why they needed to be alone. They weren't with anybody else. You know, the mountain represents an isolation energy, someone who decides, I can't do this. I've got other stuff to deal with right now. And I feel it's very personal. The fact that they've got the Five of Pentacles, there's an abandonment issue here, but also I feel there was something potentially health related at the time that they needed to deal with. Now, this could be a family member's health. It could be themselves. Whatever it was shocking. And they were like, it was overwhelming, too much. And they just like put the brakes on in life all over the place and was like, no, enough. So they put their heart on the back burner is what I'm being given. But because we have the King of Wands there and we have the King of Wands there, okay, and this is your energy here, your outcome. So you haven't heard the last from this person. There's unfinished business here, and this person is coming to message you and try to win you back, is what I see, okay? Now, it may be a little too late looking at your energy here because you're being like a little bit more withdrawn. I feel you're being stricter with yourself. You've definitely detached in some way, and you're a little bit colder or a little bit more logical about this than you were. However, you are still showing up with that Knight of Cups. So I feel on both sides, in this particular twin flame connection, there is so much love. There is so much devotion and connection energy that I see that both of you can be together in the future. Now, we do have the Park, which represents an invitation, spending time with each other. When you get this card, even if you look it up, you know, in the Lenormand deck, it means reunion. So this person, this is their energy, what they want. Okay, they want to reunite. This person is going to extend an opportunity to catch up and meet up with them. And with the Ace of Wands there, I mean, it's even number 20, and that's the Judgment card energy, which is a card of second chances or a wake-up call. And I feel this person had a wake-up call in life, and it really made them think about what's important and what's not important. And I'm being given something right now. One moment, please. Okay, I'm seeing an image of a bonsai tree, okay, someone pruning it. Now, either you gave this person a bonsai tree or vice versa, or maybe they had one. But I'm being given that there's also like a poem, and it's about losing yourself completely, which actually connects completely to this person's energy. And it's like, all that I love is what I'm being given. I don't know who's written this poem. I want to say Edith. Yeah, I think, yeah. And it is, I feel it's more about learning to enjoy the little things. And there may be something that this person was given by you that they've treasured it. It could be a ticket stub to a movie or a concert, or maybe the bonsai tree, I'm not sure. But the bonsai tree can represent a delicate energy or needing to cultivate their landscape or be living in the moment or enjoying the moment. It's just giving me this energy of something to be loved or cherished. and careful pruning. So this person has had to be careful with themselves for some reason, or they're trying to attain a level of peace in their life. They're going to tell you all of this, but I feel this poem or the bonsai tree in some way is representative of this, and it's something that you and this person will talk about in the future, about attaining a level of mental peace, of seeing the joy in the little things. Okay, I do feel this person wants to reunite, and I feel like, you know, they want to open a new chapter because they've been going through a level of growth and spirituality that allows them a foundation to offer the love that you truly deserve and desire. But the ace, it represents new start, transformation. This is a person who basically has been inspired to take the initiative to change in some way. And this person is going to reach out, and I feel they're going to... It's almost like they don't see that it got cut off or got cut short. They see it that they put it on pause. But, you know, I always say this, you know, you're not here to be picked up and dropped off whenever a person feels like it. You have a path to walk of your own, and you have to honor that. So I feel a major conversation needs to take place where both parties, they are expressing how they feel, but also accountability is taken for actions and responsibility, of course, as well. So I feel that will come with this person, because I feel like they are transforming themselves and opening themselves up to a new level in life. And I feel you and your person can come back together in union, and it can be healed. But in the middle there, the fox represents a little bit of mistrust. Like, what if this happens again? Or can this happen again? Of course, there is a potential of it, but I feel this person doesn't want it to happen again. Now, the Five of Pentacles indicates something was difficult. I mean, look at this figure. They literally, like, have a cage for garments, which means they close themselves off. They imprison themselves. They cut it short for a reason, because they needed to get clarity with all the lights on there. They needed it clear about what they want, or I mean, given the word fear, so they feared something. The Five of Pentacles can connect to unwellness. It can also indicate some level of hardship or struggle. Okay, and it's like they couldn't offer something at the time, and they're going to tell you about how they couldn't offer their love at the time, but now they're turning a new chapter in their life, and they want to open up and let you know about it. So I feel this person at least will give you some answers, okay? Not every twin flame dynamic gets that. So I feel like I'm going to pull a card on the Five of Pentacles, see what else is going on with that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them? Okay. Three of Cups, celebration. They've overcome something. They want to share good news with you. Okay. Three of Cups, you know, some people, especially since I'm you know, clarifying the Five of Pentacles, some people think a Three of Pentacles or a Three of Cups indicates a third party situation, but actually it doesn't. The meaning of the card is community, friends rallying around. It can be like a celebration or a relief. So please look up the meanings of the cards. The Three of Cups is like a relief. So I feel this person could have had a, you know, a spiritual and physical battle of some sort that they had to overcome. And now they're through it, and they feel they're ready to start life again. You know, they didn't put their life on hold. They just approached it in a different way. And I feel they spent a lot of time with their family, but also finding themselves, because I feel like they compartmentalized their life in some way. Five of Cups. Interesting. I feel like they regret not telling you, or, I mean, I do feel also that whoever I'm dealing with this twin flame connection, I do feel some of those twins had a high-level commitment relationship that they were closing out when they met you, and they were not looking for love, and they were so focused on pain or sadness or disappointment, maybe even fear. And those 2 cups there, it's like love appeared and they were like, I can't deal with this right now. So they turned their back on love because they couldn't face it at the time when they met you. And again, that's not an excuse. I'm trying to understand what's going on there. Also, the 3 of Cups, as you can see, 3 of Cups raised, celebration, relief, but I feel they want to talk about the fact that when they met you, the 3 of Cups were spilt. They were on the floor. It looked like, you know, it was a disastrous situation, and love arrived and they're like, I can't deal with this. I just can't deal with it. Okay, so whoever I'm dealing with right now, I feel like they want to tell you about that. Now we do in between, you both have the Fox, which represents mistrust or represents hidden motivations or the potential threat or thought of like a hidden motive there. But also the Fox represents someone who is strong enough to withstand really difficult situations, someone who is a survivor during difficult times. So I feel, you know, there's something here where this person's going to tell you about surviving something or, you know, a challenging situation, some sort of shock that they had to navigate and they just weren't prepared to bring you into it at the time. Okay. It's number 14. I mean, that is the Temperance energy, which is about balance. It's about patience, but it's also about harmony. So I feel things have been rectified or things are better now. And I feel this person's moving forward in truth. I mean, on your side, we've got the Star energy, which is healing, but also it's alignment with wishes. And most importantly, it's clarity. So I feel this person, they will reach out. They will give you a clear indication as to what they ran away from. Okay. And I feel like ran away from intimacy because they didn't know how to deal with something in their life at that time, some sort of shock. The Star energy also indicates that you and this person, you can heal this. It's number 16, of course, which is the Tower energy. So you're going to be shocked that this person reaches out. But the Tower is a liberation. You know, it's the end of a cycle of repeat. So I feel, I mean, it's number 6 at the bottom there as well, which is the Lover's card. That represents choice, but it also indicates, you know, 2 people who are meant to be together, coming together in love and care and devotion. And of course, I mean, these are the outcome piles of how they feel about you. They want a new chapter. They want to tell you why they sort of like cut something short that was really blossoming into something really special, how they felt like couldn't offer you anything at that time. And of course, your energy here is expressing your love and care and devotion for a person that there's a lot of chemistry with. It's more than just chemistry. You have the Knight of Cups there, which means there's a lot of love and it feels very exposing. But I feel both you and this person, you have the potential to surrender to this union. And I do feel this person wants to come to you in integrity, in truth, and really like just let you know what's been going on. Of course, you get to decide whether you want to connect to this person. It's your own free will. So you get to decide whether you want to be with them. But with that Knight of Cups, I feel like the love has not gone away. And I feel with the King of Wands, this person is going to try and win you back. And I feel it really ignites that spark between you both, okay? I feel there's an energy here of endings and new beginnings. So I feel you and your person can take a new beginning. I mean, for some of you, you're dealing with a Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarian, maybe even a water element, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian. There's a little bit of Libra there, as well as some Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. It doesn't have to be those signs as in, you know, the rising sign or the sun sign, but I feel like there may be some of those signs in their chart. We have the Hangman, the Queen of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the Page of Swords, as well as the 3 of Cups. So I feel this person, they're basically going to tell you why they waited. Okay, we've got the Hangman there, which is in limbo. In the pause, there is truth. There is awakening. There is education about oneself. And I feel that Hangman energy has allowed this person and yourself to see different aspects of self. And I feel both of you, you know, when there is inaction and reflection, it gives way to new opportunities to welcome in truth, but also transformation. So I feel this connection turned both of your lives upside down, but we do have the Queen of Pentacles there that indicates stability or, you know, being trustworthy, being practical, or someone who tried to be practical with their circumstances. We've also got the Five of Cups there, of course, again. So that indicates this person is going to tell you about loss. It could even be, because I get a sense that someone transitioned when you first met this person that really shocked them. So it could be someone who was very close to them and they just like shut down completely. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a card that indicates that they were at a crossroads when they first met you, so they were not open to a relationship. Five of Swords, they made some decisions that perhaps other people were not happy with, and it may have seemed like self-sabotage, but they had a path that they needed to explore. And the Page of Swords there indicates that. I feel this is a card of truth, someone who's honest, but also someone who, you know, was basically, you know, only scratching the surface of opportunity in their life and knowingness. And I feel this person, they're always looking back. They do want to have a conversation. I feel that Page of Swords is like, can they start again? You're going to get a message from this person. They want to start again and they want to tell you all of this. And of course, we have that Three of Cups, which is a relief. It's a celebration. And I feel, you know, you and this person, you can work it out. But it is going to require this honest, open conversation, okay? So I'm just going to get some final cards before I close this reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful... Oops, okay. They want me to go again, so I will. Okay. So we have, please forgive me, I messed up. Okay. You know, if this person had let you in and let you know, then at least you would have known where you stood. We've got, I can feel our connection getting stronger. And again, that's probably because you've withdrawn. You're being strict with yourself to make sure that you don't reach out to this person. I'm afraid of losing you. And I actually see that with that Five of Pentacles, I couldn't quite grab you know, an abandonment issue here. So I actually feel that Five of Pentacles indicates that this person is genuinely afraid of losing you, okay? And I feel like they will try to win you back. And I regret my actions and I want your forgiveness. So again, it really corresponds with this particular reading. I mean, you could have got any card in there. There's some of these cards that's like, you know what, hurting you was never my intention. But there's other cards in there that's like, you know what, I'm not ready for love. You know, you'll have to wait, or I need time for healing and learning. You know, there are some negative cards in there, but the ones that you got really connects to this particular energy reading that's come out. And this is a very complex reading as well, so it may not resonate with everyone. Now, we do have a bow and arrow. Okay, so this can be, of course, Cupid's bow, but also it can connect to a Sagittarian or someone who has strong Sagittarius placements, someone who had a desire to travel, explore, someone who basically has been doing some soul searching, maybe because of some major shocking event that they experienced when they first met you. But I feel this time, this person, they really know what they want. And, you know, you get to decide whether you want to be with this person, but I really feel that they are going to send you a message, and there's a conversation to be had here, and there's a potential to resolve it, heal it, and move on from it. You get to decide whether it is together or apart. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. It was very complex, so the potential of it resonating is going to be very slim for a lot of people. I totally get it, but I have to honor the energy that came out. Each reading's not going to be for everybody, but this is what came out for this one. If it resonates in some way, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.